Negotiating with sellers one-on-one is definitely the best way to get home run deals. You don't want to have a realtor in the middle of that, because usually a realtor will screw things up because of one of three reasons. And look, I've got nothing against realtors. I have a real estate license myself, but you don't want them in the middle. They'll muck things up, because the first reason is that they are out there to earn a commission. And if they're not in the middle of that sale, then they're not going to earn the commission. The second reason is that most realtors are just not comfortable with the types of offers that investors make. And they're probably not going to be comfortable with the offer that you make to the seller. And the last reason is that, especially if you make an offer involving some terms to purchase the property, they're probably not going to understand the offer. So that's why it's critically important that you find ways that you can get directly in front of that seller to make them an offer on their property. So how do you consistently get in front of sellers to make offers? Well, usually that means you have to do some advertising. Most people think that advertising is expensive, and it can be, depending upon what type of advertising you do, but it doesn't have to be expensive. Let me give you an approach that I'm using where the advertising that I'm doing is absolutely free. It's called placing an ad on Craigslist. www.craigslist.com. Now, you can advertise just about anything on Craigslist. If you've ever been to the site, you'll know what I mean. They have a section in Craigslist for real estate, and there are several different categories depending upon if you're looking to rent or sell, or if you're looking to some type of real estate. There's several different categories, and what you need to do is you'll need to pick one of those categories and say that you want to post an advertisement. And you simply tell the world that you are in the business of buying real estate, and let them know how they can contact you. Tell them to either reply back to the message or to call you and put your contact information in there. Now, one of the tricks that I use to improve the response that I get from Craigslist is that I don't try to sound like some fancy company. I try to sound like one individual who's looking to buy a piece of property, and I make it sound like really desperate to find a piece of property to spend some money. And that really helps to get people interested and think that they have a good shot of selling their property to me, because they have a problem they want to get solved, and if they think there's a good chance that you'll buy the property, they'll reply back to you. And just in the last few months, I've bought 2 properties using Craigslist. One of the properties I simply got under contract, and I ended up selling it for about a $5,000 profit, doing a wholesale, what's called a wholesale flip. I didn't do any work on the property. Just sold it to another investor and got a quick $5,000 profit. On another one of those transactions, I got a good deal on a property that didn't need much work at all. I bought a property for $25,000 basically as a rental, and that was worth about $50,000, and just really needed a little bit of basic cleanup, and it's ready to go. The best thing about these is that I didn't have to spend a dime on advertising. Not a dime. Craigslist is free. So get out there, use that free resource that you have. Go to Craigslist.com, tell the world that you buy real estate, and good luck making some money. Would you like to get more of these great real estate investing tips? Well, I'll send you a series of 10 video tips if you'll just go to www.replaceyourpaychecknow.com. See you there.